Permission to be Powerful is a reader-supported publication. To receive new posts and support my work, consider becoming a free or paid subscriber. How I Beat a 3-Year Depression. The Hard Truths, Breakthroughs, and Lessons That Saved Me. Anton John 09, 2025. In my upcoming memoir, I mention a scene from the movie Christine that's seared into my mind. A woman blew her brains out on live television. It was shocking. But what haunted me wasn't just the tragedy. It was that I understood the despair that drove her to do it. I've been there. Depression is a prison that closes in. When you're deep in it, it feels like there's no escape. There's no hope. There's no point. That's exactly how my friend Mark must have felt before he took his own life. Mark was someone I trusted. Someone I thought was doing okay. But like many people battling depression, he hid it well. Until one day, he was gone. My friend's death was a wake-up call. It reminded me, no one is immune. I thought I'd never go back to a terrible place, that I had overcome it. But I've learned the hard way. Depression doesn't have a final chapter. It can always resurface, stronger than before. And the biggest mistake? Thinking you're past it, because that's when it blindsides you. Depression doesn't announce its return. It creeps in quietly. One day, you're fine. Then suddenly, you don't feel like talking to anyone. You stop doing the things you love. You start feeling tired all the time. And before you know it, you're drowning again. Suicidal thoughts are a red alert. If you ever catch yourself thinking, maybe it would be better if I weren't here. Would anyone even notice if I disappeared? That's your red alert. That's the moment you call your therapist. Not later. Right now. Reaching out isn't weakness. It's survival. The truth about beating depression. You don't just think your way out of it. You don't just wait for it to pass. You have to do something. For me, that something was running. How running saved my life. Depression had me stuck in my head, and I needed to get out. So I made a deal with myself. 1 mile a day. No more, no less. That's it. No pressure, no goals, just 1 mile. The first few days were brutal. Not physically, but mentally. Just stepping outside felt like a battle. But I did it. And every day, that mile felt a little easier. The power of small wins. After 30 days, something shifted. I didn't want to stop, so I added more. 2 miles a day, then 3, then 4. And with every extra mile, I was breaking through something inside me. Not just losing weight, but losing the heaviness in my mind. By the end, I lost 50 pounds. But that wasn't the real win. The real transformation was feeling in control of my life again. Knowing I could fight and win. Proving to myself that I was stronger than my depression. Because every single step reminded me, I have the power to change. I'm not stuck. I can rebuild myself. The hardest part of losing Mark. After Mark took his life, I kept replaying it. How could I have known? Could I have helped? Why didn't I see the signs? The truth? Depression is invisible until it's too late. And the scariest part? It can come for anyone, even those who seem strong. Why I'll never underestimate my depression. Again, I used to think, I've conquered this. It's never coming back. I was wrong. Now I know. Depression never fully disappears. You have to stay vigilant. You have to take your mental health seriously, always. And that means prioritizing therapy, checking in with yourself daily, not waiting until it's too late to ask for help. Suicidal thoughts are a crisis, not an afterthought. If you ever find yourself thinking, I don't want to be here anymore, understand this. That is not just a thought. It's a crisis. And the solution is not to wait it out. You need to talk to someone, immediately. Because when you're drowning, the hardest thing to do is reach out. But it's also the only way back. You are not alone. Depression lies to you. It tells you, you're alone. No one cares. Nothing will ever change. But that's not reality. That's just the sickness talking. And if you can talk back, if you can reach out, if you can take that first step, you will find your way back. Because the darkness is not forever. and neither is your pain. Final thought. You are worth saving. If you're struggling, please, do not suffer in silence. Do not wait until it's too late. Do not let depression tell you lies. There is help. There is hope. There is a way out. And most importantly, you are worth saving. Until next time, Anton Dancer, writer. Buddhist Permission to be Powerful is a reader-supported publication. To receive new posts and support my work, consider becoming a free or paid subscriber.